Hello and welcome to the EEPROM 9. Today we have my first proper review, and this is Saint Dragon on the Amiga, as you can see from the box. I did pictures because I didn't have time to do video at the point in time. But I like that cover art, and that panther actually appears in the game, and you are the dragon thing on the front, although the scale isn't quite to what it is in the game. Going over to the back, it is your usual sort of affair when it comes to these sorts of games. You've got a very cliche story in an evil force of monster machines has taken over the galaxy. One by one, peaceful races of the galaxy have been attacked and enslaved by the monster machines. No race has the strength to stand against the power of the cyborgs. One lone rebel rises from the ranks of the mechanized monsters, part dragon, part machine, the cyborg warrior. A bit of overexposure on the old box. Against the tyrant of the monsters, the galaxy has a hero. Yada yada yada, all that good old jazz. It has also a lot of ports from the Spectrum, the Amiga, the ST, the Amstrad, and of course the Commodore 64, that classical beast that so many people love. So let's get into inside the box. In there you have all the usual goodies: a warranty card, an advertising slip, the disc, and of course a nice little poster which doubles as a nice poster, and of course some more sorts of machines it's on, and instructions on the back, so if you put this up in your wall you can have difficulty with reading the instructions. And on to the game we go. Right, after the game takes 1,000 billion years to load, you'll get this animation. Now you may be wondering why it's not in colour. I recorded it off my Amiga 500, which only has a mono output. So, let's start. Now the sound is, well, the sound's good, but the music's kind of, well, it's okay. It's certainly no Xenon or Turrican, but it's also not amazing in itself. It would do for a level, but there certainly could do with some variation in the level, if I'm honest, in the music. Because as from the second level here, the music is once again the same. Which is all well and good, but these kinds of games really benefit from a nice, snazzy, jazzy sort of tune, which is all sort of has synth loops and all that music-y crap in that I don't understand. And as you can see here, the second level is where it really shows the difficulty. As you can see, shit's flying everywhere and it's kind of difficult to calculate where everything's going. However, the first level is, quite frankly, a piece of piss. It's just sometimes my playing skill is not up to it, as you can see on the various demonstrations in front of you. I blew up a lot on this particular recording, but it is possible to get through without dying once. It's also quite forgiving, 4 credits. Back to the second level, where shit's flying everywhere and you're completely on your toes, the difficulty is ramped up to arcade levels, because there were apparently arcade ports to this game. And oh look! Oh yeah, I didn't get that power up, did I? And here's another example of that just happening. And look, there's one of those panthers I mentioned earlier. And so now you will see the first boss, which is, to be frankly honest, is nice and easy. In fact, the first time I played it, I didn't actually die. I will shut up and let you just watch the whole process of the battle, because it's not particularly long. It's over by before the 5 minutes mark. And as you can see, the robot cow is no more. And the second level boss is not quite so forgiving. In fact, it's the exact opposite to a piece of piss. Quite often I barely survive much past that. And of course, we have a rather interesting mechanic unique to this game, the tail, which is impervious to most enemy weapons. Not all of them, so you can still be shot through it. But it adds a little bit of spice, but it can be used like this, which can make the game feel a bit dull, as it gets repetitive from checkpoints rather than starting off from where you die. So would I recommend this game? I would, but it's not the best. But it's decent. Thanks for watching.